Welcome, beloved, to day 54 of our Minor Arcana card pull series, Living the Tarot. Today we have the King of Swords. So, kings are fire, and we know swords are air energy. Intellectual, analytical, stern, and orderly. The king sits on a throne with butterflies and both the waxing and waning crescent moons. He wears blue. There are a few dense clouds behind him, but they are not as thick and prominent as the clouds with the Queen of Swords. The inner lining of his cloak is a bold red. A winged cherub is carved into his crown. Two black birds soar in the distance. So again, this is taken from Holistic Tarot, an integrative approach using tarot for personal growth, Benebell 1. And okay, she says the King of Swords presents a stern demeanor, military might, and intelligence. He appears dispassionate and detached from others. He is intellectual, analytical, and exudes articulate masculine energy. The King of Swords thrives in the world of logic, facts, and rationality, but has a tendency to be too rigid. This is an adult man in the military, or a judge, or a man of extremely high discipline with an analytical mind, a man firm with friends and firm with enemies. He can also be overly cautious. This king is a wise counselor. Sometimes in his mind he believes he has to make fair judgments, but it is not. He is a man of action. Figuratively, he could indicate leadership or effective management in the area of politics or the seeker's ambitions. Often misunderstood and undervalued because he is anything but the salesman type, he is a guardian of social order. Like the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords expects himself to uphold a rigid code of conduct, but he does not stop there. He also expects everyone around him to uphold the same rigid code. From French playing card tradition, the King of Swords is said to have corresponded with righteous and fair warrior King David of the Judeo-Christian mythos. Like the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords is accompanied by a single black bird flying in the sky behind him, presenting his higher thought and intelligence, and like the Queen, he sits on a throne depicting butterflies using metamorphosis. He is a man who is bound to go through profound changes through the various stages of his life. Air dominant, the King of Swords is ambitious, sometimes controversial, prone to stir controversy with his words, a bit argumentative, but a rational, intelligent, bright, and articulate individual. Being an air sign, it's Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So the King of Swords is the only king and the only court card to face forward, suggesting a confrontational demeanor. He is often associated with biblical King David, righteous but also self-righteous warrior king, defeated Goliath when the king was a mere boy, then took Goliath's sword and beheaded the giant. He's ruthless as he is righteous. However, King David ultimately angered God and suffered for his sin. Okay. If a King of Swords appears in a love reading, it could indicate a lover like the king, or the seeker is like the king, or must be more assertive. Intellectually sparring is what will attract your love interest. Interesting. This feels like some tension there. Whether or not that's sexual tension or, just the spark of intellectual communication on the same wavelength. If this card comes out in a professional development reading, it can indicate a person like the king affects the seeker, or the seeker must lead with more order. Okay, knowing that the court cards can represent actual people in our lives or ourselves, and exactly the energies thereof that we can apply to our lives. So, do you see yourself as a King of Swords? Right? Do you see some of these energies playing out in your life, or see where it could be valuable to you, or know someone around you that's a King of Swords that either might trigger you or inspire you? Right? We know airs can be about communication, truth, um, clarity, vision, right? And our words can certainly hurt or uplift somebody. And silence can also do the same, right? What is it when you think of more billowy clouds in this one than in the Queen of Swords? Does that make you think there might be more to hide, more to be figured out and discovered? And what do you think about the confrontational piece, right? Wearing the red, inside is this red cloak and headpiece around underneath this crown. Passion. Hmm, interesting. And what do you think about the metamorphosis, the butterflies, right? Hmm, kind of creating change. To me, it's like clarity and words can really change the whole trajectory of your life or someone else's life. Beloved, when you see this card and really think about this and meditate on this, what comes up for you? Who comes up for you? Mm, right? Air can be about your nervous system. Well, beloved, have a beautiful day reflecting on this card. I'd love to know your insights if you want to drop a comment below. Um, and have a great day. Stay grounded.